G'day guys, Mike Amit's here. Thanks for watching. Today I'm going to show you how to make a Chinese style special fried rice. It's quick, it's easy, very tasty, the whole family loves it and just keeps coming back for more. So let's get started. Okay, just a quick overview of the ingredients. Obviously eggs, peas, they're frozen peas, cashews chopped up, some sweet corn kernels, garlic, ginger, spring onions, carrots, red onions, mushrooms. This is garlic prawns. They've been marinating for a couple of hours with olive oil and freshly cut garlic. Some bacon here, half a chicken breast, and of course the rice, which is pre-cooked and left to sit, drained and left to sit to sort of dry out a little bit. And the ingredients will be shown at the end of the video. There'll be a list, but of course you're free to use some various ingredients. Anyway, let's get into the cooking. Okay, first things first, we're going to cook a couple of eggs. So I've got some oil in here, canola oil, heated up on a mild heat, on a medium heat. You can use whatever oil you have. So put the eggs in there, 2 eggs, and we want to break them. We want to break them and spread them out here thinly. Going to be, let's see if we can just spread them around to let them cook. A little like so. Okay, they're going to cook pretty quick in there. Okay, the eggs are cooked, so what we're going to do is take those out and just put them onto, no you can't see over here, but that's okay, we'll just put them onto a board to let them cool, like so, and we'll get back to those later. They've all got to be cut up and put back into the dish later, so we wanted them cooked like that so that they can be kept as little chunks of egg in the final dish. Okay, so the wok is still sitting on the medium heat, or it's reasonably low heat. I'm going for a bit of sesame oil now. I'm going to start cooking the meat in the sesame oil, and we're going to start with the chicken meat, because of course what you want to do is put in whatever is going to take the longest to cook, put that in first. The chicken is going to take longer than the prawns and longer than the bacon, so the chicken gets a head start. Let that sizzle away for a minute. Enough, yes, you can see a little bit in there. And along with that, now the meat that we're cooking at the beginning, chicken, bacon, prawns, that's all going to form the flavour base of this dish. So we put our flavours and spices and seasonings in with the meat. So that's about a teaspoon of freshly ground black pepper. Also, what's going to form the flavour base is the garlic, the ginger, so that's going in, and the onion. And this is when it starts to really smell nice. Okay, the vegetables go in after. Number 1, they don't need so much cooking, and number 2, we want them to retain a bit of their own individual flavour to give some contrast to flavours in the dish. Everything doesn't want to be sort of stewing in the garlic and the pepper and everything. We just let the meat carry that flavour base through the dish. Okay. Make sure your chicken's cooked well, as always. Chicken needs to be cooked right through, very thoroughly. Yeah, that's really starting to smell good now. Also, I'll put a bit of soy in there. As soon as that chicken is cooked a bit more, I'll just make sure the chicken's got good colour on both sides. Meaning, make sure we can't see any pink meat anymore on the chicken, which is almost there now. And then, let's see in there. And then a dash of soy for more of the flavour base. And it's good to add the soy now. At the earlier stage, if you start adding the soy after all of the vegetables and rice are together, it just turns your rice brown and the dish doesn't look as nice. So we'll put the soy in now. Give that a bit of a swizzle. That's not bad. Put the bacon in. The bacon will take a little bit longer than the prawns. The prawns just don't take very long. You don't want to overcook the prawns, they're going to get a bit rubbery and tough. So keep them cooking for about, well, probably 1.5 minutes for the prawns before you start adding all the vegetables. Anyway, there's the bacon. So the chicken and the bacon is in there now. And it's taking on all the lovely flavours from garlic, pepper, ginger, soy, onions, and it really is smelling good. So let that have a little sizzle. Get the bacon a bit cooked. Okay, I've given that literally about an extra minute there with the bacon after adding the bacon. I'll add the prawns now. As I said, the prawns don't need too much cooking. I'll make sure they get down to the bottom of the pan, the bottom of the wok, where they can start to cook. And I also just wanted to mention that, so far, you know, garlic, ginger, onions, soy, pepper. I won't put any salt in because the soy is already quite salty. And I'm not going for any other fancy aromatic spices like Chinese 5-spice or anything like that. If you get carried away like that, it just loses that basic fried rice type of flavour and it starts to get all aromatic and crazy. So this is a pretty straightforward, fairly straightforward sort of flavours in this dish. Okay, I'll just give that a bit more of a simmer. Okay, that's literally been another minute with the prawns in there sizzling away a bit. Now you can see the prawns are looking kind of white because they were translucent when they first went in there, and now they're more of a white colour. Yep, only been in there for about a minute. That's long enough for them. Now we can add the veggies now. Carrots are going to take the longest. I'll be putting the spring onions in last. So right now I'll go for the carrots first. They're the hardest and will take the longest to cook. Of course, it doesn't matter that you have, and you should have, a little bit of crunch left to your vegetables. And just a tip about an easy way to cut and prepare all these vegetables is to have somebody else do it. Stir that through. I will add a little bit more liquid to help to sort of steam and cook those carrots a bit quicker. So, a little bit more soy, because this is going to be a bit of a concentrated flavour base here, because of course once it mixes with all the rice, the flavours are getting diluted, dispersed, whatever you want to say. So it doesn't matter that this is a bit of a strong and intense flavour here at the moment. Okay, carrots are sizzling away. Give that a few minutes. So actually that was not a few minutes, that was about 30 seconds. And now I'll add the peas because they're one of the other slightly harder items. And I'll add the mushrooms. See, these are so light, these spring onions, you wouldn't add them until last, very last. Corn can go in now. I'm not using all of that, I'm just going to use a small handful. Of course, I wash my hands. Whenever you start cooking, the first thing you do is wash your hands. So hands are clean. We'll have about a handful of corn. Now that's almost everything that needs to be cooked. The rice is pre-cooked and I'll be adding that soon. So how are we looking there now? We are looking like this. And it is smelling great. So we're getting all those flavours together now. What else do we want? So I can add these at any time. This one is a little treat of texture and flavour, chopped up cashews. You can use peanuts if you just have peanuts, but I think, you know, I associate cashews more with Chinese, and I happen to have some cashews, so they're going in. That was about a nice little handful of cashews, all chopped up. So we've got almost everything the only other thing I need to add, apart from the rice, is the eggs. So here's the eggs that have cooled down by now on the chopping board. So we're just going to cut those into nice chunks that will decorate the dish. Come that way, come this way. And you know what? To maintain the colour of the eggs, which is a nice colour, I will put those in after the rice, and that'll help to keep it up and away from all of this soy embedded meat and everything here that we've got at the moment. Okay, here we go. That's everything is cooking well there now and is cooked enough to add. Well, I will add these spring onions now. Doesn't even matter if they're quite raw and uncooked, because they're nice bit of crunch, nice bit of flavour. So I will also now add the rice. So it's been pre-cooked, drained and kept in the fridge. And that kind of makes it a bit dry, drained, strained, all that. Makes it a bit dry and separated. How much will I add? All depends on how many you're feeding. Okay, so I've added the rice. I'm going to stir that through. Someone's just come in the front door.
Ah, it smells so nice in here.
Hey Sandman, how are you?
Hey!
Yeah,
what's
good.
cooking? Whoa!
Well, you're going to be eating it, so I'm glad you think it smells nice. This is Chinese style special fried rice.
Wow! Wow! Wow!
Right, now we can add the egg.
Good.
This is a family rated video.
Smells so good.
It smells good?
It
Excellent.
smells good.
I'm glad you like it. Right, just give you a quick look how that's looking there. So getting some nice colours. Just added the egg. And one final stir. I'm going to turn the heat off now because I don't want everything overcooking at all. It's had enough cooking. There we go. That's it, done. Stirred through, all the heat is going through, and that's it, done. We'll have a taste test soon. Quick and easy, told you. Here we go. This is it, all dished up and looking good and ready for the tasting. Sandman, are you ready for the tasting?
I am.
Please help yourself. Have a test, have a taste.
Wow! Man, there's a perfect balance of everything.
Yeah?
Really awesome.
It is, isn't it? Come out exactly as I planned. How do you do it? Watch the video. Well, if you hear, you probably already watched
I
the
don't think
video.
this guy goes wrong anytime. I know he does it.
I'm glad you like it because this is what you got for dinner. Okay, thanks for watching guys. Don't forget to like, subscribe and check some of my other videos online. See ya. Bye.